Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Awful Taste But Great Execution. Hold on, you ready for it? I'm about to do some great execution, plugging some merch, represent.com/Captain Sparkles. One more week only for Humming Shark 2.0. Link in the description if you want to check it out. All right, great. No awful taste whatsoever. That was purely great execution. I waited a long time for these sandals. Oh boy, sweet pun. Why would you ever want that? Who decided that this would be a good idea? I don't even think it's great execution. It's like they just clipped off a foot-shaped thing of astroturf and glued it to a sandal that was perfectly fine, and then you had to go make it so you feel like you're being poked in the feet all the time. For those of you who enjoy running across astroturf fields barefoot, I guess this is the sandal for you. And then just mix a little bit of sand in there while you're on the beach. Just the best texture. And just imagine trying to clean all the sand off of these when you bring them into your car after you're done at the beach. You're gonna find sand all over your house. Thanks for the ride home. Yeah, it's the giant red demonetized house on the right. Huh. Yeah, someone put a lot of effort into that. Like, it was planned out in advance. That didn't accidentally end up looking like that. You set out with a goal in mind, and you achieved it. It brings a whole new meaning to bottom and top floors to your house. Can't forget about the tail. Oh, dokey. That's, I mean, you know, why not take alligator skin and take it a step further and just make it alligator boots? Just straight up have all of the parts of, I'm hoping it's fake and not actually a straight up taxidermied alligator, tail included. It's that boot. I don't know if this is great execution. I'm kind of mixed on that part of it. It's just really unsettling. What would you do if you saw someone walking down the street like that? You know, if you really like personal space and no one being near you, these are probably great for you. Ferrari Limo. Okay, if we're gonna look on the bright side here, A, I think I've seen this before. B, don't know if it was in a video. C, don't know if it was on this subreddit. But on the plus side, no one would ever butcher an actual F40 like this, so it was obviously made from scratch. So in that case, they did a pretty good job of recreating what an F40 stretch limo would look like. Also, behind it, I think is even more impressive because I'm just not entirely sure how you go anywhere in that. It's like the length of two 18-wheelers. How does that turn? Anywhere. Like, this must exist wherever this is stored at the base of a freeway on-ramp, and it can go onto the on-ramp, go onto the freeway, drive for a little bit, get off at another on-ramp with a designated parking lot that's right there, and that's about it. It can just kind of do straight shots. Also, with like the middle wheels there, how does it turn? Like, you turn the front wheels, and then, but how does everything else turn? It like, just, how do you, I don't understand. Actually, how does it? Does it just have all-wheel steering somehow and amazing differentials on that thing? Sorry, I'm super sidetracked by this Gigantor monster back here, which must have just a gigantic engine, like some kind of, it's got like two Bugatti W16s smacked together. It's a double W32 engine powering that thing. Forget the Ferrari F40 limo. I don't care about that. What? Yeah, it just looks super uncomfortable. What it looks like is something out of, what was that Lady Gaga music video from a bunch of years ago? Bad Romance. This looks like something that they would wear in that music video. I don't know why that connection just popped into my head, but think about it, okay? This is something that would be worn, maybe not just in the Bad Romance video, but just in a Lady Gaga music video in general, unless she's probably changed her style. But it's horrifying. Also, probably like really uncomfortable. This haircut. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to hair art, I feel like the awful taste is quickly outgrown because, you know, your hair is always going to return to the way it was before. There's no commitment when it comes to doing hair art. Yeah, it's going to be that way for a couple of days, but if you don't like it, you can always just shave it all the way off, and it's not going to create much of a difference in how long it takes to grow back. So, no balls. No ball. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to do it myself, but see you get that scalp tattoo, all right? Let's see that beautiful art piece as a scalp tattoo. That's some real balls. We got a KFC cake made for my brother's 16th birthday. He thought it was actually chicken at first. That's pretty amazing. Dude, can you imagine if they actually, instead of that bucket being like solid cake, instead it was a bunch of little cake bites, and all of them were individually done in order to look like pieces of chicken, and you could take them out individually and you just munch on them. You don't even need to have like a knife to cut into it. It is actually just a fondant bucket filled with, oh man, that'd be amazing. Though there is a lot of fondant here, and fondant's not particularly delicious. It's just kind of hard plastic sugar. This dye job. See, once again, it's like, you could always just shave it off, right? It really looks like you've dyed your scalp along with it, or your scalp is reacting poorly to the dye. Some kind of rash happening there. I hope that didn't happen to you, because that seems really unpleasant. Anyway, they did a good job making it look like a brain. Wasn't there that dude who actually he was like full body tattoo. I think his name was like Zombie Boy or something. That's what he went by. And he actually had that, but tattooed onto his head, and he kept it bald. And yeah, dude, that was pretty gnarly. These nice bed sheets. I mean, the directionality is pretty impressive here. This required a lot of choreography in order to make this picture, because it looks like each of those little things of hair coming out, like they're just kind of loose. So whoever took this photo had to manually go and comb all of the hair so it looked like all of it was running towards the pillow in the middle. I don't even know if this is great execution either. It doesn't seem like something that a blanket manufacturer would have too much difficulty doing. I don't know. It either just looks like semen or rodents. Either way. I mean, I hope yours isn't that color, because there's something wrong. If it is, talk to a doctor. Anyway, it's unsettling. No, you'd wake up in the middle of the night, like forget if you were sleeping here for the first time. You like forget for a second. You'd be like, "Oh my God, do I have a sea of mice racing at me?" And then you'd like freak out, have a panic attack, and then you'd remember, "Oh, it's just the blanket. Thank goodness." Maybe flip it upside down. 5 Stages of Decomposition Cupcake by Claire Radcliffe. I'm not sure I'm hungry anymore after looking at this. It'd be a great way to get me to just not eat the desserts. Oh, who am I kidding? I'd eat it up. I'd eat anything with sugar and frosting on it. It's probably delicious. Yeah, it might look gross, but that's going to be out of my head in a second. I usually, the way I eat cupcakes, though, is I lick off the top frosting. And that would be a little bit weird. Is this really a cupcake? It looks more like a frosting cookie. In which case, I'd eat it like a normal cookie. I'm not a monster, okay? Even if I would eat a decaying hand, I taste good. Probably better than an actual decaying hand. I've never tried one of those, but I wouldn't recommend it, I don't think. 3D Bob Marley, question mark. That's pretty... Wait, is the face actually made out of his hair? That's pretty impressive, if it is. Wait, I can't tell if Bob Marley's face is cut into the hair or if it's kind of painted on there with a Sharpie. Either way, though, that's pretty incredible. I wonder how long you're rocking that, though. It can't... Especially if it's... Either way, Sharpie or hair, that's going to grow out and be a little bit messy in like one day. But at least you get that one day. You can do your music performance standing backwards on the stage, but you have to be like really talented to be able to play guitar behind your back so that it looked like it was actually Bob Marley who was playing it. See, in that case, that would be real talent right there. It'd be great taste and great execution. Steampunk PT Cruiser, just awful. What do you mean just awful? How could a PT Cruiser be awful? I can't wait. You know what? I think this is honestly improved upon a PT Cruiser. If you're going to have a PT Cruiser, you might as well embrace it and do something awesome, okay? It's probably really obstructing your view of the road, so dangerous. Don't recommend for that reason, but that's pretty sick. I would take that any day over a PT Cruiser. If you were like, hey, you can either take the Steampunk PT Cruiser, or you can take a PT Cruiser over here, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to take the Steampunk PT Cruiser. I might get in an accident because I can't see, but you know what? I'll have gone out in style. That's for sure. I might be a little disappointed that I've gone out in a PT Cruiser, but at least it had steampunk stuff that could go straight through the windshield into me. when I crash because I can't see where I'm going. Good job. Good job just full on doubling down on your PT Cruiser lifestyle. Giving your haircut a haircut. Who would have thunk that we would have double haircuts this month in like back-to-back posts almost, just a couple away. Now, is this supposed to be you? Like, can you imagine giving yourself a haircut? Oh my God. How much recursion could you get? This is what I want to see. Okay. I want to see someone get a haircut, and then on their haircut, they have themselves with another haircut, and it just keeps going recursively until you just can't go anymore. And I want to see how many levels down we can do. If anybody watching this video it feels up to the task and has a barber who feels up to the task, please tweet me or submit it on Awful Taste but Great Execution. You'll probably get top post of the month because you'll just be taking it to a whole nother level. So if you want internet recognition, karma, fame, glory, this is your solution. You got it. It's big for you. Stretch scooter so you and your crew can all demonetize at the same time. That doesn't seem like a good idea, but hey, you know what? The cars can't have all the fun when it comes to limos. We need to take that unsafe behavior and put it on a stretch motorcycle. You know, motorcycles weren't dangerous enough, so now we gotta put a whole bunch more people on so that someone can accidentally be leaning in the wrong direction and screw up your entire dynamic. Yeah, make it so you have even greater surface area to potentially have someone else driving erratically T-bone you in the wrong direction. Like, just, I'm sure that the acceleration isn't hampered at all by the triple the weight of the original scooter. It's probably got the same engine. Doubt they've tinkered with it at all. So, you know, it goes 0 to 40 miles an hour in 30 seconds. That's the top speed though, is 40. There is no 0 to 60. It doesn't happen anymore. An interesting approach to taxidermy. I'm almost envisioning this as like some sort of morbid thing in BoJack Horseman. Like, it's just someone's mounted their grandma on their wall. It's a bunch of deer people, you know. It's real life BoJack Horseman. You don't want to mount your grandma's head on your wall. You don't want to do that. That's ill-advised. It's weird. This handy octopus sculpture. Oh yeah, it's very handy. Can I lend you a hand with that? Dude, can you imagine if octopus had hands at the end of their 8 tentacles? Like, I'm pretty sure that the only reason we as humans are still the dominant species on the planet is because octopus don't have this. Otherwise, like, we'd be completely outclassed. We'd be screwed. Can you imagine if octopus could breathe on land and they had these hands? We would be slaves to the Cthulhu overlords without a doubt. It would be game over for us. I can't believe evolution hasn't allowed octopus to develop this, because they would obviously be unstoppable and unbeatable with their intelligence as it stands. But then you add 8 opposable thumbs into the mix. Like, can you imagine how well they could multitask at everything? Just think of how many times you've been like, man, if only I had a third arm. Think of this task that I could do so much easier. Well, they have 8. Is the grass always greener though? If you had 8 arms with opposable thumbs on them, would you be like, God, it would be so much easier if only I had 9? 8 is so limiting. I just need this one more. God dang it. Yeah, well, be happy you don't only have 2, okay? Hummer with wooden wagon wheels. I guess you'll never get a flat, but you might get termites. You had to go and make the termite joke, man. I was gonna do it, and then you put it in the title. It's like, that really? Like, is that you're actually driving on that? Because I'm pretty sure you get pulled over and you would then have your car impounded until you fixed that. I just don't think you'd be able to get away unless the police are like, whatever, you know? They're living with their mistakes every time that they drive, because if you drive over a penny that's been left in the middle of the road, like, it's probably gonna break your back. Pothole, you're just gonna go through the roof of the car. I hope you have a sunroof in there, because you're gonna need it when you bounce up that high. Oh my God. Like, let's just You know all this impressive engineering development that humans have done in the last 150 years? Let's just take it and put it over there. And then bring back the good old days with the 1800s and before. All right? We don't need any of this fancy rubber compound tire development or air cushioning. No. It's all about those hard wooden wheels. You like wooden roller coasters? Yeah, well, imagine that, but on the asphalt with potholes. Sounds great. Anyone want to ride a lobster motorcycle? I hope this is parked out front of a Bubba Gump's Shrimp. Because if it's not, also it actually has like some kind of logo here. It probably is parked outside of some kind of seafood restaurant. It's a great marketing opportunity. So I see nothing wrong with this. Hey, Bubba Gump. Yeah, they might have gotten the lobster tackled right here. You guys could do a shrimp, no problem. Okay, just have one of these parked in front of every single restaurant. You guys can expand into delivery because that's all the rage these days. Everyone wants their food delivered. No one wants to actually go to a restaurant. So deliver your food on the shrimp mobile. And if you do this, just give me some shares in your company. That's all I ask for, all right? Because I feel like I deserve them for really expanding your business to new heights. All right, well, that's it for the last month of Awful Taste but Great Execution. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist if you want to catch more of these. Subscribe if you're not already, and represent.com/Captain Sparkles for the inverted humming shark merch. See you next time.